Good day, and welcome to Far Reaches. We are four people from similar parts of the world who have wound up chasing different dreams and living different lives. We are Richard, Raleigh, Joel, and Micah. Richard and Micah from Southeast Oregon, from two small ranching communities known as Pine Creek and Plush. Raleigh and Joel are from Northeast Oregon, from the Pendleton area. We met through college, mutual friends, and heard of stories of each other. Somehow wound up being at the same place at the same time. See, we live and work in different parts of the U.S. now and have all taken different paths to get to where we are. We all talk separately and live far apart. So we decided we should try and talk more together. We hope you come along and enjoy.
He's like, we need to stop. She was like, we need to stop and get the hat fixed. And we were like almost late to the airport because she just insisted that I'm like, it's fine. But Perk said it something he would have done something different.
So yeah.
And of course it took him like 30 minutes because he's always bullshitting.
Oh, that is like the rule of the hat shaper. You have to bullshit the entire time. It's a 5-minute job. You turn into a half an hour.
Yeah, good thing they don't charge by the hour there.
Exactly. Yeah. I'd be like, no, sir, this is a flat fee if I'm going to pay you anything. So
actually, he doesn't charge anything.
No, that's the thing.
Incredible thing.
Yeah, it's one of them services that keeps you coming back and keeps you talking. So yeah. Well, as you guys can tell, we're reaching already. We just thought you can kind of jump into the prelim, if you will, sort of what we talk about every day. But welcome to Far Reaches Podcast. Story of four maniacs who have different things in common, and one of those being bullshitting on the air. So I'm one of your hosts, Micah. That's Joel at the bottom. The action photo on the top left, that's Richard. And our other maniac in question is Raleigh Bigsby. Together we are the Far Reaches Podcast. So we come to you on a weekly to semi-weekly basis, brought to you by our extremely good friends at B&K Auto Salvage in the Grand Ronde Valley. Don't forget, promo code Malarkey. If you're a Reacher fan and you want to do some business with B&K, promo code Malarkey, you're going to get some better prices when you're buying parts or whatever you might be doing out there. And if you're selling scrap, you're going to get even a better price back. They're going to pay you more. So either you pay less or they pay you more with promo code Malarkey. So, kids, welcome. Joel, good to see you, brother. It's been a couple weeks. We missed you.
Yeah, I've been I'm back in New York now. It's been a hectic 6 months, I guess. Now I'm settled in. I decided I'm gonna give it another go in New York City.
Nice. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
That's not true.
That's true.
Ryan Hamilton every time it comes up. It's like I grew up in Idaho, and I don't think you can make it there.
Exactly. Oh, I was hoping if I tossed that out there, you would pick it up and run with it. So that's awesome. Yeah. For those of you watching, we're getting some underway replenishment, as I would call it, from the Bradbury clan. Yeah, we got a nice live pickup shot. Alina's definitely adjusting it and hoping to get some more. There we go. That's what we're used to seeing.
Is that better?
Cracked rear view. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
She was spending all this time and it just settled on.
It just goes clunk.
Look at the roof. Look at the roof.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a new pickup?
Maybe.
Look at that thing.
Somebody just parked it and left it with the keys. You thought you'd just test drive it for a while?
Yeah, it was left running at the store, so we just hopped in and
It's kind of the community pickup. You bring it back and just leave it when you're done with it. 4, 5, 6 years.
To be honest, my folks were really worried of us driving the red pickup that breaks down every second. So they may have helped us with this one.
Happy anniversary.
What is that? Well, it's an F350, I'm guessing, because you got to tow a trailer. Probably have to move cows and dogs that have been sprayed by skunks.
It is a Ford. Yeah, I noticed the dip down mirror thing, and I just heard the doo-doo, which is a Ford sound. So yeah. Extreme close up of the Richard. That could have done without that. Man. Yeah. For those of you watching in HD, I apologize. Yeah.
I was going to show you a good ranch wife ass chewing, but I can't get it.
Do you have it on film or something? Or what? What are you doing, you kinky bastard? Easy, Joel. Joel's like leaning in closer. Like,
Yeah. Let me get my socks.
Tony, we're trying to get the back seat just right for the dog.
kinky. Oh, okay. I
Don't let
got you.
the dog inside.
So look at that.
Yeah,
Your wife's driving. Richard's
Doberman's
filming.
only driving luxury. They're a royal dog.
Yeah. Super duty. F-250, F-350. What you got there, Richard?
That's got to be a 350.
250.
250. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
220, 221, whatever it takes. Yeah.
We don't have a trailer that hauls anything that 350 could handle. So
Well, there's your problem right there. Yeah.
It's your going to town car.
Yes, sir.
trying to keep it that way. We'll see how it
So
goes.
how come you let that dog in the back seat, but the other dog that was running ahead doesn't get a ride?
Well, he's a ranch dog, so
What's the other one in the back? What is that?
he's just a Doberman.
That's kind of like the unofficial babysitter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, there's two of them. Shit.
yeah. You
Where
know
did that one
what?
come
The-
from? Yeah.
Every once in a while, the Doberman actually gathers cattle better than the Border Collie.
I believe that. That's how
Yes.
things work at the Bradbury Ranch. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or
When we
double
first
Orlock, pardon me. Yeah, I might have said it
Yeah.
somebody.
when we first got Twitch, Dutch got to teach him all sorts of bad habits.
He's like, here, you always he'll sit in dad's seat when he gets out of the pickup. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So Joel, what's it like being back in the NYC after being in P-Town for a little bit of time?
Did you just get back in time for a question?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
How is New York?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's I don't think New York is as crazy. Doesn't even approach the craziness that you find in like Portland or Seattle or San Francisco, especially. I think.
Mhm.
There's no like some places they're like you got to put on a mask to come in here, but if you just ignore it, like I just went to the wine store. They have a big sign that says wear a mask, and you don't, and they don't say anything to you. I was kind of worried about that. I think they just do it because if like the health inspectors come, they get in trouble if they don't check your vaccine passport.
Wow.
So every time I go to a bar, I have to pull up a picture of my vaccine card.
Wow.
And some of the bars, they'll just look at it and be like, all right. But some of them are like, they want to see your ID too. And then they look at it and they match it up. I went to the Upper East Side last weekend. There's still a lot of people that like we went to go watch football at a bar on Sunday. And the outside seating area had probably like 60 people sitting out there. And inside, I walked looking for my buddy.
Yeah.
I walked into the bar and it was empty except for like 3 people. And you walk out on the sidewalk and look at this expanse of like they have all these makeshift like shelters in the street right off the sidewalk. So taking up parking where normally cars would be parked. Everybody's sitting out there. And I'm like, nobody wants to go inside. These guys don't want to go inside. Like, it's just a different world. They're worried. I asked them, like, why don't we go inside? They're worried about COVID still, and so I explained, I hadn't seen them for like a year, and like just told them about where I just got back from.
Gather around for Uncle Joel's story hour, kids.
I brought up a good point. It's like when you're living that life and these people have never removed themselves from this scenario where daily fear of COVID, like, and wearing masks, and it's just a constant reminder of it. If you can, like, if you let it go for like I would spend Pendleton, I wouldn't think about it for a week,
Absolutely. It doesn't
it's a
even cross my
constant
mind
reminder here.
Yeah. Only thing that crosses my mind is like when I get updates, like, Florida has lowest cases in US for COVID.
Yeah,
I get
funny
those on my
thing,
news feed, or people send them to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
funny thing is most people don't hear about that. You gotta know where to look to find that information.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's one of those discussions we frequently find ourselves into, but yeah, so it happens.
Yeah, Brian said we need to stop talking about COVID.
I would agree. There's plenty other shit to talk about too, but
I've been all hot and bothered tonight. I went to get a couple beers earlier after work, and just flipping through Twitter and see the Wall Street Journal and Fox News covered it too. But so they're going to give. Did you read that article I sent?
Oh yeah, I'd seen a couple of clips of it earlier in the day too.
So Trump had the no entry policy for immigration at the southern border, and then like kids got separated from their families or something, and now they're going to give families $450,000 potentially for
each.
Take our tax money and hand it out to non-American citizens, non-US citizens.
Yes, sir.
It's like, who comes up with these ideas? They wake up every day. It's like, what can we do to really piss people off today? How can we screw over Americans today?
How can we distract them again? Yeah. Something.
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it.
The top of my head blew off. That's where I'm wearing my beanie tonight, because the top of my head literally blew off and is in my ceiling fan right now. When I read that, and I was like, I don't see how. Why would you ever even cross your mind? So.
The other thing about taxes has been bothering me lately, because I have Sling TV. So during commercials on football, they repeatedly run this commercial about to New Yorkers to go get your flu shot. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, New Yorkers, it's time to, pull together again and roll up that sleeve again and get another shot for the flu shot. I'm like, okay, here's what's happening. I am paying taxes out of my paycheck going into this fund, so then you can tell me on TV that I need to go get a flu shot. That's what the deal is here.
Congratulations. Yes.
Like, I don't know. They're just
yeah. Finding new ways to just completely piss away your money every single day.
Yeah. Right. If you want to get taxpayer money into the hands of corporate interests, that's how you do it. You take it from us, and then you give it to the corporations under the guise of public awareness.
It's all for your health and safety. Therefore, we can do anything. Don't worry about it. It's for your own good, you schmuck.
Yeah. I guess I'm alive, so maybe they're keeping me safe. Doing a pretty good job so far.
I think that's mostly on you. That's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly luck.
Well, there's that too, but that's natural, so it's okay. Richard, you got any reach around for us there, honey?
It's been a pretty good week. Mostly it's all been real estate stuff. The lenders are getting really to be a pain in the ass. So instead of doing sales and selling houses, I'm dealing with lenders about 2/3 of the day, which is super fun.
Ooh,
they're checking every box. Everything has to be counted and accounted for and done just to the book. So
those bastards.
I think the bubble's about to crash on the housing market. So
you heard it here first, folks.
So,
look at Joel. Joel's just like, welcome to my world, fucker. Yeah.
I hope Uncle Joe goes over there to wherever and check Massistan, I don't know, green climate land, and kicks ass and solves all this, and so we can stop printing money and being stupid. But don't think that's going to happen. So
let me get my magic 8-ball out. Signs point to no. Yeah.
Brandon. Go Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Yeah.
Did you see the congressman that did that at the end of his
Floor
little
speech?
tirade. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's truly a beautiful thing. It really is. Yeah, especially when the people are finally admitting like it's not really let's go Brandon, it's fuck Joe Biden. Like the Washington Post or whoever was like, yeah, CNBC or somebody. It's that's what it really says. Like, oh shit, duh. You think? Like, thanks for they're shining some light in the world for us.
Yeah, if we went back to the beginning when we started this, I think I was talking about people should be on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff. Do you guys have any Bitcoin, Ethereum, any crypto?
At this point, I do not know.
It'd be interesting to go back and look when that was. If you would have put your money in there back when this started, you'd be up 200% maybe.
I sold a lot of my Bitcoin when it hit 1100 because I didn't think it could go any higher.
Yeah, I had a decent amount when it was around 3,000, and then I lost my job, so I sold it. Yeah. So I don't think about that very often. Yeah.
You see this the Shiba Inu coin?
No.
It's like a Dogecoin spinoff.
Okay.
A guy put $8,000 into it a year ago, and it's worth and he held on to it. I don't know if he sold it now or if I think I heard that he maybe lost his recovery code or whatever, but it's worth $5 billion now.
Wow.
If you would have put $200 into it a year ago, you would have like $100 million or something like that.
So at what point would you sell it then? Be like, I'm done. Would you sell like half of it and leave the rest in there just to see what happens, or what would you do?
I would have sold it at 50 million. I would
Yeah.
have sold it at 25,000.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the beauty of it though is if you hold on to it, it exploded so quickly that you never probably felt the need to cash out yet. You
That's what she
just
said.
watch it right up. But once I hit $1 million in there, I'd probably start kind of dollar cost averaging out of it. But
yeah, it'd be hard to say because like if it was, wouldn't you just shit your pants if like, okay, it's $1 million on Tuesday, you're like, well, it's only gonna go up, and you wake up Wednesday morning and it's like $80 and you're like, well, that was fun. Yeah.
Well, I decided I went on Coinbase and refunded my account, and I bought the cheapest coins I could find.
Yeah.
$200 in each of them. I'm like, I could, if I lose it, fine. I'm just gonna hold on to this
forget
until
about
I'm
it,
a
basically.
millionaire.
Yeah.
I look at my Coinbase about once a month. I got some Ethereum, and I just bought. I had and it crashed. It took most to go down with it because I don't have that much Ethereum, but it's straight out for some.
You're roboting, Richard. We're losing you.
Yeah, interesting.
Roboting. I used to say max headroom, but nobody has any freaking clue what that is. So
And now he's frozen.
yeah, frozen Richard. Oh goodness. Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened to Raleigh? Did Raleigh quit?
He had to poop.
Yeah.
No, he didn't quit. He's actually, I think he's elk hunting in this particular week. He's been finishing up fall chores, so to speak, because cabin's coming, etc. The wife, when I say that, I mean the wife. Hi, Kel. And so I think he, according to the Facebook grumblings, he's off elk hunting early this morning. So we missed him.
I'm gonna bet $10 he gets an elk.
Oh, I'm not taking that. Yeah, so I'm guessing.
Really? Isn't it rare if you go hunting?
Not
Isn't it
really.
kind of rare to actually get one?
Oh, nah, it depends on where you are for one, and really if you're how picky you are about what elk you shoot too. So I'm not saying like every time, but you know, that's good country up there too to go elk hunting. So yeah.
Maybe we should take a poll of the people who listen to this. And is Richard or not Richard? Is Raleigh going to get a?
Will Raleigh get an elk?
Get an elk.
What the elk? Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, call it what the elk. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll see.
Is he going to kill a innocent, harmless, majestic creature?
Yes. Still milk on its lips. Yeah.
Raleigh better not come home if he doesn't have an elk.
Precisely. Yeah.
He's not in good graces.
Hey, Richard, I bet with I was curious with you and like Raleigh, do you guys feel like a lot more secure when you go into such hard times in America with supply shortages and stuff? Like I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna run out of beef.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have vegetables.
So you don't
So
need vegetables.
I
You
like
get
an
those,
avocado.
You can grow a
What's that?
vegetable pretty easily.
I think that I wrote a post about this sort of today, and I just
Yeah.
think that there's some people that just have it in it to make it. Some people are not going to make it. It doesn't matter how much you help them; they're way too far, for lack of a better term, domesticated. So
Yeah, at what point do you hold on to your beef and like, I'm not selling this? Well, I guess you'd sell it privately, but
oh yeah, it'd be.
you
I'd
fill
be
your
able to
freezer,
do all
you know.
sorts of good shit. It'd go. If everything went to hell, I'd be in good because I have protein to barter.
Very true. Yes, very true. And there's
Of course,
also what we call side hill
God knows-
salmon when I was growing up. That's just a slow deer running along the road. So yeah.
If shit really went south, God knows how many people you'd have to shoot to keep it.
a couple dogs behind you too. If things really went south, eat those. Make a cube steak out of the Doberman for some reason. I feel like that would be
Good
appropriate.
God. I don't think I'd ever be hungry enough. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not my
hey,
dog.
My
Yeah.
buddy Anthony, he might actually be listening. He listens to this sometimes live, but
Oh,
he
good.
he ate dog in Korea
Hmm.
on purpose.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, I don't think I
Do
can eat
ya?
my dog, but I don't know. Yeah, I heard the word. Yeah, I don't think I can eat my dog, but I mean, you wonder, like, we eat cows, but not horses per se, just because we ride horses and consider them a little bit different than a cow. But there's other places that eat horse. So other
But
places
he said
don't eat
dog.
cows.
He said dog was really gross. He wouldn't.
I've eaten horse in Canada and Russia.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like? Was
It's
it
like bear.
okay, really?
Yeah,
That fatty?
it looks like beef, but it's really greasy.
Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought that, but interesting. Horse is
Slop.
greasy.
Sloppy steaks. Pour water on it.
I picked up a horse roast one night in Russia, thinking it was beef roast, and got into chewing on it. The only reason I realized what I was eating was because somebody had given me a horse roast in Canada. I think it was funny. They think that Americans are hilarious if they won't eat horse. So
Did it
they
smell
always like-
different when it was cooking?
everything in Russia smells different when it's cooking.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's probably should be a t-shirt, maybe, or a coffee mug if you're writing that shit down out there. Yeah.
There ain't nothing in Russia that smells like anything in the United States. Like not one single thing.
That's what she said. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah.
I don't think that bad. I'm Russian. I'm okay.
The Al exception. Yeah.
He's been acclimated.
Oh, that's
In Russia, we use horse meat as lubricant.
I don't know if she was worth the 2 bazookas and a aircraft missiles that I traded for her, but we'll see.
yeah, I think so. Given the current exchange rate, the market's flooded now with bazookas and shit. So yeah, I think you got a good value. Who was it we used to tease about? Oh, Colby. I was going to trade him 10 cord of wood split and stacked for his sister. Remember that when we were, that was a powwow. Yeah. So her Indian name is 10 cord still. So yeah, that was some good campfire negotiating. Yeah. But
So
yeah, I only delivered 5 cords, so he took her back. Yeah. So, deal's broken. Yeah. Marley, good day. Miss you, darling. Yeah.
Unless you got a pocket full of seashells, son.
Get easy. Yeah.
Oh my God, that might have burst into racist.
That's I listened to a sports talk show in the morning on Fox Sports, and that's their favorite button to hit. It says that's racist because it's pretty funny. Yeah. So obviously it's usually not, but if they say the color of basically anybody instantly turns on that's racist. So that makes me laugh. It's a good way to start the day. Great way to start the day. Yeah. Oh, it's highly entertaining. How the hell did we get onto horse meat? Oh, we were talking about elk hunting.
Yeah.
Dog, horse. Yeah. Okay. I got it now.
I think the finest meat in the entire world is elk backstrap.
Elk backstrap, is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Deer backstrap's pretty good too. Moose.
Have you guys ever had Wagyu?
Yeah. You're talking to look at the man you're talking to on your screen there, Holmes.
I sent a picture of it to you. That was the best thing. That was the best steak I've ever had in my life.
Did you read all of our comments we sent back?
I raise half Japanese cattle.
Yeah. Richard raises that shit, man. Yeah, that's why I was like, dude. It
costs $60 for 7 ounces is what I paid for that.
You probably got the full born Wagyu.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What do you say?
You probably got the full bred. Hang on, what's going on here?
I got the full bred.
Full bred, like Richard raises the Akaushi cross, so it's not full Japanese cattle.
It comes from that Snake River
Farms. Yeah, which that's a good Northwest company. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. It sounded familiar.
Yeah, they have several good lines. You can buy like if you go on their website, you can buy right from there from them. Yeah. I just got a huge shipment in for my buddy Colorado Craft Beef yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. 3 huge boxes of.
Will they ship that here?
Yeah.
My freezer's too small. Couldn't fit.
Well, you can fit several things in it, I'm guessing, but like you don't have to buy I bought a lot. Like I bought like 3 or 4 briskets and I don't know, some picanhas and some like New York steaks, some sirloin steaks, some ribeye steaks, and a shit pot of hamburger. Like I had basically the full stock up order. So
I think I'm just gonna eat Wagyu steak exclusively from now on.
I think that's a brilliant idea. Yeah.
Why would you have anything else?
If you like it, it's beautiful. Yeah.
I guess the price is kind of ridiculous, but
I think it's yeah. But you could get, like I said, you can order it online and have it delivered to you for a little bit cheaper.
I only eat once a day anyway and save money.
Okay, there you go.
Pretty much on that. So I'll just eat a steak.
I like that. And I will have a steak.
I think the difference my dad does to me still.
I have a steak and a bowl of cereal to wash it down.
At the same time, to wash it down.
You gotta watch.
I'm gonna have a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich. Yeah.
I think you guys have tried it. I don't think you'll like it because I keep bringing it up at this show on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave.
Rainy?
I just haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
They have there's a skit in there where the guys they call it sloppy steaks and they go in and they're like, no sloppy steaks tonight, guys, no sloppy steaks. Like, oh, come on. And then these like club guys, and then they bring out their steaks and then they pour water on it.
Oh my God. Oh.
They call it sloppy steak. That's so awful. Fucking funny.
That's so awful. Like just the thought of that, like awful. Yeah. Sloppy steaks. I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with no sloppy steaks. Yeah. No sloppy steaks.
You gotta look it up. Oh yes, I found a bottle of wine from Walla Walla, Washington.
Oh, the town's so nice they named it twice. Walla Walla.
You got me the board or not?
What's
that? Oh, they're over there. They're talking to each other about they're unhooking something or other. Yeah. You were moving a cattle chute when we first came on. I think that's what they're doing.
Now we're hooking up a horse trailer.
Oh, I got you. Okay, hooking up the horse trailer. So the picture's gone. So we just got audio for you, Al. So that's why we were guessing. Because you said, like, you want me to back it up a little bit? And I'm like, that's why they probably can't see the picture. Yeah.
I'm putting us on mute.
Yeah, you can pull things out of almost any conversation to make me laugh at them. But you know, you want me to back it up a little bit. That's gonna make me laugh almost every single time. Yeah.
They're always moving shit, aren't they?
Joel, I think
Richard.
That's pretty much all you do. Yeah.
Just
That's
move
pretty much
stuff
all.
All the time. That's it. You just come
Yeah.
out and move shit.
That's it. They should just call it moving shit. Probably that's what ranching might be Latin for moving shit.
All cattle ranchers, their resume is just it's a picture. It's a
Yeah.
graphic of moving
Well,
stuff.
you
Logistics
come out
coordinator.
here not thinking you're gonna do any of that, but you do.
Since we're
Moving?
here, we ought to be smart and take that over there early. You know, every once in a while you say something stupid like that. Because then it
Hey.
usually ends up like breaking on the way, or you put it in the wrong spot, or whatever. No good deed goes unpunished. So yeah, you're either moving sprinklers or moving irrigation or moving electric fence or moving cows or moving salt or moving mineral. Or just, yeah, that sums it up basically. Yeah.
5 words that no cowboy has ever spoken. I've got a good idea.
I've got a good idea. Well, they might have been spoken. They just were far from true. Yeah, that's. I picked up on this warning phrase when I was younger because my dad or my uncle or whatever, my granddad would be standing around like, they go, you know what a fella could do, and that's usually when a really crazy ass idea came up later on. Like one time the motor on the baler had blown up, so we're, and I was like just a little shit, but I would remember like, you know what a fella could do. And next thing you know, we had a Cessna engine on our fucking baler. Because you could pick up one cheap, and it runs, at a low idle and makes good power. So yeah, we had a little Cessna engine on our baler, but that started with, I think
they make animated movies for children with that idea. Put a airplane engine on a tractor.
Absolutely. I like it. I can see my house from here.
Think about a baler. That's not surprising though. Like brings up the old point, like the baler engine blew out. Is there anybody who in the world has like, I got a brand new baler? Like nobody has.
You might say that once,
working
but
condition. Everyone has one from like 1970s. If you're in the business of making new farm equipment or ranch equipment, like terrible business. Nobody has anything new.
Very rarely, it seems. Yeah, you might lease it and then send it back. Yeah,
Raleigh's loader was from like 1940 and had 4 flat tires.
Yeah, our hay loader, like we actually built from shit we found at the dump. Like it was literally like an old part of a dump truck, and some,
who's buying a new one? Who's out there buying a new one? Who's
buying something? Yeah, like a custom hay guy might lease some stuff. Yeah, it's rare. Yeah. Yeah, but that still causes a lot of turmoil on the place. Like, who gets the new thing?
Because what does that cost? Probably costs for a big piece of equipment, $100,000, $200,000.
Oh, easily. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, a lot of wheat farmers buy new combines.
How much is a new combine?
I'm not picking on wheat farmers. These
quarter
mil. Yeah,
quarter million.
I would think so. I haven't priced one in a while, but it depends on options and all that fun stuff. But you got a huge header, and if you do like leveling, so you can do side hill shit, that costs a little bit extra. But
the ones that now they make them like you don't even have to be in them, right? They're all
well, you should still be in them, yeah, but they're all a lot of GPS controlled, or especially on the tractor side. But or sprayers. But yeah, you still need to be in it. But
gotta cut a lot of wheat to make that pay for itself, probably.
You do, yeah, you do. But the faster you get your wheat harvested when it's ready, the better it is. Because like a freaking storm could come through and knock it all down, or it could get rained on too much, or so when it's like ready to harvest, like it's freaking hammered down. And a lot like hay too, like your protein content changes in your hay as it's maturing, and so like you start cutting it, and if you like get too late, like your protein's down, all your nutrients are down, like total digestibility goes down. Or if you get it cut, then it gets rained on, that can make it shittier. So like it's the shorter the window you can get it cut and put away, the better quality is the more you make for it. So that's why, you got 30 and 40 foot headers on your combines cutting wheat. So yeah, that's the tricky part. It's that timing. I get the kinky hand close up from those soft skins. Look like they're Richards, I think. Yeah.
I wonder if it would be a good business if you just buy your own combine and then lease out your services. Like, you need a guy.
A lot of people do that, called custom harvest.
Oh.
Like I worked for a I think I was about 15 when I went to work for him in high school. We did custom hay all over hell, like out in Adel where Richard's at right now, and all well up to Eugene and everywhere. So he had like 8 or 9 swathers, I think 10 or 12 balers, 4 harrow beds, rakes, and that was my summer job. Was we would just go field to field and cut it and haul it and move on. So
I contract my hay.
yeah. So you hire somebody else to get her done, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Because haying sucks.
It usually does. Yeah, we made it fun, but that's because we got to work with a whole bunch of maniacs and, raise hell. So it's still long ass
All I
days.
remember beating on shit.
Yeah. What do you do as a rancher? I'm either moving stuff or beating on it. Maybe both. Yeah, that's kind of.
Stuff around. That's all you do.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I just got the image on what is that Armageddon with the Russian space station guy.
Oh.
This is how you fix it in Russia. I can see Richard working on his baler just like that. Yeah.
And that is no lie. That is how they fix crap in Russia.
But God damn, I gotta get my tools.
Yeah. Oh
If it's
yeah.
not working, don't keep beating it.
It's already submitted. Yeah.
Russia, it's just beat it harder.
So talking about hay.
look at that.
I think so. We're gonna.
6 point.
You just ran over a 6 point. What's that?
6 point buck was right in on the side of the road. Pretty it's impressive wide.
Oh, nice.
Uh-oh. Now I know where my son gets his language from.
The wife.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
right.
figured. I thought it might be his aunts actually.
I don't know why it's a Russia day, but when I was in Russia, there was a whole other farm crew. And then I had the cowboy crew, but occasionally I'd have to go get a tractor or somebody would move something for me. So I'd have to go to the equipment yard where all the farming crew was. And man, they were always beating and pounding and pulling on stuff with chains. It was entertaining as hell. But I always tried to time it so I get there right there when they were having tea, because I'd go in and I'd play chess with them. So they go from beating and pounding on crap to playing chess, and then back to beating and pounding on crap.
That's what I was laughing so hard at. It's like this that duality of somebody like, yeah, I'm all wore out from taking the sledge and making that bent or unbent, but I'm going to play some chess for 30 minutes here and have a cup of tea, and then then I'll probably have my rage built back up, and I'm going to go beat on shit again. Yeah.
God, my freaking bin failed us. Store's closed. Son of a bitch.
Damn it. Is that Rojo Grande?
Can't family. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Tough life. What's it closed now for?
Oh, it's
Dark?
his day. I have a hard time staffing it.
Gotcha.
And it's Ben. He might have something to do.
Turns out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some arrowhead or some pictures need taken somewhere. So,
He single-handedly made a 2-word phrase one of my favorite and most memorable moments ever. Turns out, yeah, that's about a 4-hour story to tell properly, like most of our engagements, but that has been, thank God. Yeah. So
all I remember is taking a little nap in the back of the RV that was about to get auctioned.
It was a beaut too, Clark. Yeah. So somewhere I still have a picture of you sitting behind the wheel with your mega size flying nun straw hat on as well. So yeah, that was beautiful.
There's an RV.
Don't be getting too attached now. It made Cousin Eddie's look sharp. We put it that way. Yeah, it was some random huge auction they had at the mill, the old mill site in Lakeview, and it was like tools and this and that, and there was an RV park. They were like, "Sweet, check this thing out." Yeah, and turns out it was for sale. We had somebody and drove it there, so. Or vice versa. Which one was it? Anyways, we weren't supposed to be in it. Was the bottom line. Yeah, so. We left, but that was a long, confusing weekend.
And it wasn't the guy's RV that we thought it was.
It was not. No, we thought it was Addermax, didn't we, or somebody like that? Is that who we thought it was?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't give 2 shits.
No, yeah, he wouldn't care. But yeah, no, there is a picture of that somewhere. You behind the wheel, big rig driving that sumbitch. But yeah, it was one of those fun. That's what we used to do for fun in Lakeview, Joel. Pretend to drive RVs and get kicked out of them. So it's a pretty wild town. Got nothing on your, your New York's got nothing on L Town, baby.
Me and a friend of ours that shall remain nameless come out of the bar on Roundup, middle of the Roundup sometime. It's like, I don't know, like 1 o'clock in the morning. And we had like 6 or 7 blocks to walk and we were tired. So there was a surplus Army Blazer running out in front of the bar with nobody in it. So we called an Uber and took the Army Blazer to the intersection closest to the house we were staying at and parked it in the middle of the road.
I like it.
I think the statute of limitations have run out on that.
By now, most likely. And yeah, I'm sure the unnamed person appreciates the unnaming this. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, at the time, it seemed like a great idea. It's probably a public service, It's still there. I imagine the person who walked out eventually shite their trousers when they probably ran in to grab some chicken strips or something to go, and they come out, freaking Blazer's gone.
But I can honestly say I never stole a train.
So you got that. Yeah.
Never stole a train?
I think that's what he said. Yeah. Of course. He says a statement like that, and then his phone freezes up. Like,
That's shocking. That's shocking to me. I thought everybody's stolen a train before.
yeah, well, they sit around Lakeview too, the engine just running. So you just, yeah.
Get in there and
I've stolen those little we call them putt cars. They're like the little service rig that runs up and down the tracks. It's literally like the size of a golf cart. We have driven those around quite a bit.
The runners.
The runners, yeah. We call them putt cars, but that's my technical term for them. But they're like little wooden platforms. They just set them off the tracks in random spots, and we'd be tearing down the tracks on something like, ooh, pick it up, put it on there.
what if a train's coming at you?
You put it in reverse and all that. There was only one train that basically ran between Lakeview and wherever the hell it came from. So yeah, we didn't worry about it too much.
It goes 5 miles an hour.
Oh, you were safe. You did your homework on this.
Yeah, we knew, like, it already gone by, or so it's not running today.
They know what they're doing, probably.
Probably the most dangerous thing was assuming we knew when it would come by. Yeah. Oh, that's when it hits the brake light. That's what shines in the rear every once in a while. That's it.
Looks kind of
ominous.
scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like they're about to encounter a fucking UFO.
Aliens or something's gonna go, get out. All right, baby, gotta go. Yeah.
Aliens are on the road between Plush and Lakeview, not Adel and Plush. All right.
Oh, okay. Is that where you're at right now?
We're headed back to Elktown, so we're probably gonna lose you here in a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll try to carry on.
We'll pick you back up when we get back to service.
Perfect. That's all we can ask. And when you said between Plush and Adel, I instantly thought of our good friend who was helping us haul back wedding supplies and turned off the road for just a little nap and ended up napping the whole entire freaking day. Where you and I went to town, had dinner with grandmother, made it all the way back, and still he hadn't made it to Plush. So
yeah, unloaded 700 chairs.
Yeah, we actually did a whole bunch of stuff. What time is it anyways? It's like 7:30. Oh my God, she's gonna kill me. The wife's gonna kill me. Yeah. How many miles is it between Adel and Plush? It's like 10,
19.
13, 19. Yeah.
Yep.
So Joel,
19, and if you're really on it, you can do it in about 12 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Joel, we were cleaning up after the wedding reception in Adel. And so we all had our different chores and stuff. And Richard and I were taking all these chairs back to the fairgrounds in Lakeview. And a friend of ours was hauling some like lawn furniture and stuff from Adel Plush, 15, 20-minute drive at the most. So Richard and I go to town. We unload all the chairs, do all our good stuff. I think we had lunch or dinner with grandmother, fiddle fart in town a while, came out, and then you can cut off and go straight to Plush instead of going to Adel. So we did that, went to the house, and this guy still hadn't showed up. I'm like, where's the yard furniture? I'm like, well, so-and-so had it, finally he comes rolling in like 45 minutes later, and we're like, Jesus, man, what'd you do? I just pulled off the road for a few minutes for a little nap. Yeah, that was like 7 hours ago, dude. Like he'd been sleeping along the road for literally out most of the day. He slept along the road. Yeah. So
You're hauling tables and chairs?
yeah, we're cleaning up after reception for the wedding. Yeah. Yeah, he had like a little, he had like a
The
lawn
tables are
furniture
filled.
in the back of his pickup, I think. Richard and I had all the shit we had to drag to town. Yeah. And it happens and sneak up on you. Yeah. One little, just a quick little close of the eyes here, you know, for 20 minutes or so.
Take the logistics to have Warner Valley parties.
Yes. Yes. Well, you know, you can get stuck in $8 plus for 3, 4, or 5 extra days pretty easy. It happened to me a couple times. Not that I was overly struggling to get back out of town, but it happens. Yeah. Next thing you know, it's like Pendleton does to me oftentimes too. I might be 2 or 3 days late getting out of Pendleton, just because it happens. I think we lost the Bradbury for a while. So, Joel, did you get a chance to watch the movie?
I did actually.
Oh, cool.
Watched it last night. MASH.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Was there only one version of that movie, or is there multiple? I watched the one with Donald Sutherland. And,
Yeah, that's the only one.
all right.
Leah Gould and Hot Lips Houlihan and Duvall and.
Dude, I went into that
Yeah.
movie thinking it was like a real movie.
What do you mean, like a documentary or something?
No, like somewhat serious, I guess. I didn't know it was like a slapstick comedy.
There's some political undertones for sure, but yeah, I mean, it was
slapstick. It was like juvenile humor. It was
absolutely, dude. But that's military too, though. Military is juvenile humor.
Yeah, I don't know. I fucking hated the characters of Sutherland and Elliot. Is it Elliot Gould or something?
Hawkeye and Pierce. Yeah.
What were they just constantly like cock blocking people? I don't know. I didn't like. I thought it was a pretty good, entertaining movie. I just didn't like the people that we were supposed to like.
Oh, I get interesting. Yeah.
Meaning like they gave that the girl that they call Hot Lips.
Yeah.
They gave her a lot of shit.
They did.
Like, why are they giving her so much shit? Like,
she's a pain in the ass.
Not really. She seemed like
she was to them. Yeah, I mean, she was like a strict Army officer, and they got drafted. Like they didn't want to be there. Like they were doctors that got drafted. And she was a military person. Like that was part of the whole point. It was like, you know.
The other thing, there's no plot to the movie. It's not about anything. It's just
That's the
them
point too.
being there. It's
The
not
war.
the point.
Yeah, it is. It was all about the statement about the war.
It's
and
like
politics. Well, kind of. But like that was their whole point. Like there is no point to this thing. Like why are we doing this? That was
It's
kind
like
of their overall scope too. Of like
what's it about? Nothing.
it's not exactly. It's about the war, which is about nothing. That was their point. So you know, like most
don't
war movies
know.
is like we got to go
That's
defend
generous.
this. We're gonna kill that. You know, like most war movies, Bridge Over River Kwai or whatever. There's a point to the whole thing, right? Their thing was like there is no point to this. Like this is how we cope in war. Everybody copes differently, but most people cope with humor and denial and fucking with other people. Not even just war, but like military. And, you know, there's people who are here that don't want to be here, and there's people who are here because they like the structure and everything's in its place, and it's very, you know, laid out, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know, so it's like this whole duality of the people are there. So
Times are very different, but ultimately, I can accept that they were goofing around, but these guys just weren't funny. Like, there were like high school boys that,
sure, absolutely, yeah,
but they're 40 years old.
Yeah, they were
40-year-old
probably
doctor surgeons. Like,
yeah.
What do you? I don't know. I did that movie.
Part of it doesn't translate from the time because it was made in the early, I think 72, I think is when it was.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that realm. 1970. Yeah.
Yeah.
The part of it was to kind of show like the idiocy of what they were dealing with anyways. Part of it is that's just when it was made. Yeah. And like,
What do you like the movie? What do you think?
I watched it differently than I had before. Some things hadn't aged as well as I remembered or weren't as funny as they used to be.
Didn't age. Not even close.
No,
There's it's hard to believe there was a time when some of the stuff they were doing was just sort of acceptable.
Yeah.
Like the racist stuff, some of it was over the top. But the sexism is what kind of bothered me.
It was that struck me as really weird. You know, like the whole when they pull up the tent on Hot Lips when she's in the shower. You know, like I was like, that seems odd. That seems, I don't like that. Yeah.
And I think even at the time, if you were there, I don't know if, even if you're part of the times, I don't know if I'd participate in that. I have no idea. I guess it makes you think now. Would I have participated in that?
Maybe, probably. I don't know.
Like these guys have zero empathy for.
So naturally, I got a chance to do some research on the behind the scenes of a lot of the movie as well. And for that scene in particular, like the first time they did the take, like she was anticipating it and was already like laying on the ground. So the next time they did it, like the guy that played Radar and somebody else actually pulled their pants down in the tent and distracted her with that, like naked. And then they pulled it up, and that's why she looked actually surprised, because they had just actually distracted her by pulling their pants down. So, you know, quite maybe just completely, it was just different, I guess, part of it too.
Love how they ran that scene again in the credits. They're like, and starring this woman, and it's the scene where she's
Sally Kellerman. Yeah, I really liked her in Back to School. I think she looked even hotter in that than she did in MASH.
I don't know.
Why don't you go out with me sometime when you have no class?
I've seen Back to School. I never.
She's the hot English teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a random thing, but
yeah,
you know, or Spear Chucker Jones. You know, like, that's the guy's name, dude. Like, what the crap?
What's the meaning of that word? Spear Chucker.
That's like a, you know, somebody in it, like in
the
jungle,
I get
like
it.
throwing like a like a native.
I never thought about it. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, it's a pretty racist.
When he's like, well, I could throw a javelin real far. You know, that's what he says because he was track and field guy. But, you know, and that was Jim Brown, the football player, which is a cool thing.
That whole football scene was pretty fucking silly.
Yeah, it was. It was. And like, you know, Hot Lips is like trying to be a cheerleader. And she's like completely disconnected from what's going on. Like just completely out to lunch, you know.
Did you
they had to finish up the movie somehow. That's, you know.
How about a football scene?
How about a football game? Yeah.
I saw on Netflix they've remade, or not, like, I don't know, you restore Apocalypse Now. I've never seen that.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that movie? I want to watch that, but I think that's a serious movie. I was expecting this. I thought MASH would be a little more serious.
It depends on how you interpret it. I think if you watch it again thinking like it's a protest, or just not really it's a protest, let me take that back. It's like a statement on all of that. Just like the TV show was. Like there was humor, but there was always like a message or undertone about what they were really talking about.
It feels like a National Lampoon's production.
It certainly does.
But the quality of the movie is pretty good. Well above Caddyshack or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like Robert Altman is the director, dude. Like that guy did a lot of stuff.
But it's the same. Actually, I don't know. It's more lowbrow comedy than Caddyshack, even. I don't know. I don't know. I won't watch it again. I was going to watch the show, but I don't think I'm going to watch the show.
Show is similar. I think the show pops a little bit more because I think it's a 30-minute episode. Maybe
why was the show in black and white?
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
No, it's just shitty TV back then.
Oh.
Seriously. Yeah, like, dude.
You just were poor and had a black and white TV.
Yeah, or it was like this freaking big. Yeah, like they used to sell magnifying things you could set in front of your shitty TV to make it look bigger. I shit you not, dude. Like in some catalog, what the fuck, Finger Hut. I think it was the Finger Hut catalog or something like that. You could actually get the TV magnifier, to take it from like 19 inches to like 22, but.
You ever had one of those TVs that was like a big piece of furniture, and then
yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, we had the console.
The picture would go out, and then you have to go up to it and
you do that. Oh yeah. Well, there's
the
that.
root.
Yeah, we had the console when my mom's dad, my grandfather died on my mom's side. He had the big TV console thing, so you had like, it was like 7 or 8 feet long, and it had a TV in the middle, then it had like a record player on one side, and I think like an 8-track or something on the other. We got that.
All you need is that and a chair, and now you have yourself a home.
Basically, yeah. You could live in that thing. You could burn it for firewood. Weighed like 9 million pounds, and then so yeah, that we had that. But then I was talking a couple weeks ago, I guess, in grad school, we had like the massive Mitsubishi TV. It was like a 40-inch TV wide, but it was like 80 inches deep, and it came to the point where you had to smack it to keep it running. And it was in the front room by the spiral staircase, and I rigged a snow boot, a ski boot on a rope that I had tied around my handle on my recliner. Then I just had it pulled back, ready to strike, something like, and I just release it and go, ka-ka! And then I'd pull it back tight because it kept screwing up Jeopardy. So we got the new TV, and of course we put it on top of the old TV. So, yeah, that was kind of mandatory.
Yeah, like what were people buying back in the 80s? Like that's one of my favorite things to purchase is a TV, a new TV.
We were buying TVs. Yeah,
I want to buy. I'm going to buy a new TV again.
That's a fun deal, man. Yeah,
for right there on the wall.
Absolutely. Yeah. I got an extra one right there. I got one in the front room, one in the guest room, and I'm going to put one out. I want one on the patio for watching football outside.
Yeah,
on the weekends.
You never have too many TVs. Put one in the shower.
So.
I need to get one.
Shower TV would be great.
Like one of the Samsung frames. Like so.
Oh yeah, it looks like a mirror.
Looks like a piece of art during the day.
There you go. I think a good TV is a piece of art.
I do too.
Yeah, but like TVs were so expensive back then. Like a VCR, dude, like a shitty old VCR when they first came out, $1,500.
Yeah,
for like a 2-head, like comes out the top VCR.
$1,500 in $1984 or in 2021.
$1984, man. Like, yeah, like I think the first VCR we bought, because we used to be able to go, you'd go to the local video place and you could rent a movie and the VCR. It came like a suitcase, and so you just rent it all. And we finally got enough. We saved up enough money. We bought our first VCR. I think it was close to $900 or $1,000 for the VCR, and it was, it was front, and you had to have the head cleaner because you had to adjust the tracking all the time because this, the tape would go to shit.
Yeah.
That was quite the deal. So that, or we bought we had the huge satellite dish, of course, because we lived in the middle of nowhere. Like the 15-foot Echo Star 9000, we had to dig like a massive hole. It was like $5,000 for that thing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten so far now. Like nowadays, you don't even have to if you rent a digital movie. Back when that first came out, you'd have to wait a while for it would buffer.
Oh yeah, it would take forever to download, or it would buffer the crap out of it.
Now, like high school kids are like, I remember I had to wait for things to buffer.
Yeah, so now it's like instantly, it just starts streaming instantly. It used to be like quite the, especially if you got the HD version, then you're in for like, I'll just let that download tonight and I can watch it tomorrow. It would literally take overnight.
While we're talking about watching things, I started watching a new show called I think it's called American Rust on Showtime.
Oh, interesting.
Jeff Daniels. watched one episode. It's really good.
I don't have Showtime right now.
And then the other show, of course, that has a lot of popularity behind it is, do you ever watch Succession?
I watched the first 3 seasons. I haven't watched this one.
Best show on TV. So
It's a
good.
show. Yeah. I like Billions too. I haven't watched this season of that either, but
yeah. So Succession is kind of the same idea.
Yeah, it's more family focused on Succession because there's all that interaction with all the kids and the dad. And
Billions is just so poorly done. Like,
it
seems
really
like the production value is pretty bad.
It's kind of getting stretched out. Like, where are you going to go next? So I haven't watched this season yet, but Succession was okay.
I was like watching Billions because they do all the office scenes that they film in that is they film it at, and there's a lot of exteriors of it. They film it at One Chase Manhattan Plaza, which is the building that I worked at for the first 7 years I lived here at JP Morgan.
We got a comment on the Facebook page right now. This is from Opie. Mom and Dad traded the last station wagon we had for a VCR and our first microwave oven. It wasn't even a microwave. It was called a microwave oven back then. That's from Opie. Yeah.
That seems like something Opie's family would do.
It does.
I don't know who Opie is.
But... Oh, he's from L-Town. His real name's Dwayne, but he's still Opie in my phone. I still make him say G-Paw when he talks to me. It's because he looked a lot like Opie from the Andy Griffith Show. Yeah. So, but yeah, freaking traded a station wagon for a VCR and a microwave. So
family truckster for a
yeah, exactly. The truckster. So you
family time.
Yeah, you can cook that tuna helper. Yeah.
The parents probably thought this is going to be such a great development for our family. We're going to watch movies together all the time.
Oh, that was the big thing, man. Friday or Saturday, that was where everybody was at in town, was at one of the video stores picking out a video.
And Dad was in the back room behind the
they had that
swinging doors.
Some of those stores had like the beads that hung down, so that was the area that we weren't supposed to go in. Yeah.
That's where they kept all the good movies.
Yeah. Yeah, all the ones with I love how porns have like always the pun names of real movies. That just slays me, dude. I think it's genius.
Now, are you seeing now it's like the weed with the candy, like they have like Dorito weed, and so they rename popular cereal and snacks and stuff to make it more like this for marijuana. Now with Halloween coming up, they're warning against watch out for your kids' candy so they don't get like marijuana.
I instantly think like, oh my God, that's awful. Where?
But again, like what? Who's going to give away?
No way in hell, dude.
Marijuana because in the hope that we're gonna get this
secretly gonna get kids high. Like what the shit, man? Like
Like I would understand it. Like if you're gonna watch it, like see a kid get high, it'd be kind of funny maybe, but.
It seems really sick. Yeah, like why would you do that?
Go off on your own?
Yeah, like I'm too cheap to even get free candy to hand out, let alone anything with like anything else in it, for God's sakes. Yeah, like that show always cracks me up. Yeah, there could be razor blades in your apples. Make sure places would actually x-ray shit. That was one of I remember seeing that, like, bring it by the hospital or wherever, the vet, and we'll x-ray your candy for you. Because there might be needles in it or razor blades, and I'm like, what the?
Where does this come from? Why are they amplifying this message? Like,
no, that was a long time ago. That was like when there was no internet to check anything, or you had to look it up in an encyclopedia. But that was just like somewhere somebody found a razor blade in an apple. So,
do you think that's ever happened?
I don't think so. Literally. I doubt it. Like, why?
It kind of makes you want to do it.
Wouldn't it be easy to track down? Like, okay, so this is the area we trick or treated in. All right, there was 2 assholes gave us apples, so it's either that house or that house. Like, who the hell gives out apples anyways? And
you're gonna get an apple in your window if you can.
Yeah, precisely.
Apple.
Precisely, you sons of bitches. Yeah, I want full-size candy bars if I'm coming by here. But like, really? I'm gonna put a razor blade? How do you put a razor blade that's gonna cut you that bad in an apple without cutting the shit out of yourself?
just go down to your basement, to your workshop, and start putting razor blades
do you cut it open and then put it in and then like glue it back together or something, or you like just push it in from one side so it's in there when you're like, oh, an apple? no, like I don't, or like needles or something would be in that. But I clearly remember like on the local channel, like, hey kids, make sure you bring your candy by the vet clinic or the hospital or somewhere, and we'll x-ray it for you for free. Like, what did that do to all of us? Like, you're x-raying my candy, then I go home and eat it. Like, what did that do?
Like, has anybody ever thought about the risk? A truly fucked up thing to do would be like, a terrorist would be like, put a little explosive in the bag, and then this little kid's carrying a bag and it explodes. Be terrible.
Yeah, but you probably track it down pretty easy again.
Now
like,
I just came up with an idea. Now
there you go.
Going to be canceled.
Way to go. Yeah, because Joel's blowing shit up. Yeah, like I pictured like the dye bomb, like, you know, in the movies when somebody robs a bank, they put the dye bomb in the bag. That's what I pictured when you're talking about blowing shit up. Like, that would be funny. Walking down the street and all of a sudden goes and everybody's like orange. That would be funny.
Do you think
Cheetoed?
Do you think we should rethink Halloween? I guess like kids like it maybe, but like I'm thinking if I had kids, I'll just buy you candy that'd be fine. I don't want you going door to door and taking candy from strangers.
I know we preach that all year long, and then there's one night a year we like fully sanction it. Yeah. Like,
yeah. I don't think I would want my kids doing that. I'll just buy you all the candy you want.
I went trick-or-treating one year in the
That's
Grand
like
with our good friends Colby and Shelly and their kids. And we had to-go mugs with us. And so most of the houses we stopped at in the neighborhood, they topped off our glass for us. So that was a fun Halloween.
With alcohol?
Yeah.
When you were a little kid?
No, that was a different story. But like, I was with Colby and Shelly. I was coming through town for something, and I stopped in town. And we're trick-or-treating around their neighborhood. So the kids are getting the candy. We're in the back. It's like, you know, like, hey, cheers, neighbors. And I'm like, yeah. And they like, so we had toddy time the whole like little neighborhood we went in. So I'm thinking now, like, that's the real reason we went trick-or-treating, so we could wander around and get some toddy time, you know. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it's still fun for some people. But like, I'm not doing that shit this year. I'm turning off my lights and because like, every time somebody comes up to my house and the ring thing goes off, my dog goes ape shit, not even like ringing the doorbell, you know. So every time, either I'm going to put a box of candy out there and say, please take one, and it'll probably be gone in 5 minutes anyways. Or I'm going to put up with the dog coming untrained and open the door and there's a pit bull with her hair standing up. And yeah, kids, don't worry, she doesn't bite, you know. No, screw that. So yeah, lights are out. I'll be watching a movie. So
yeah, that's where kids in New York City miss out. I have great memories of Halloween, but kids in New York City, they don't get to do that really at all.
No, true.
Especially
like would you like go around your building maybe, like your apartment?
Yeah, building? So like Cillian and Harvey at their building. That's the only place in New York I've ever experienced somebody actually knocking on the door for Halloween. Mm-hmm. So what they do is the kids in the building, they go through the entire building, knock on every door.
See, that's efficient use of time.
And maybe they go next to the building next door. But
yeah,
like in my apartments throughout my time here, I've never had a trick-or-treater.
Well, like they have to, interesting. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it too much, I suppose. Most everybody's got a door outside you have to get in anyway. So unless you live in the building, then you're not doing it anyways.
Yeah, and I've never seen a kid in this building. I've never seen a kid in any of the buildings.
Are there even kids in New York?
I don't know.
I think it's just rumors. Yeah, that's all speculation. You can't prove that. Yeah, there's no kids in New York.
I see them out on the sidewalk sometimes, like going on. They're all connected to a big rope, like they're scaling Mount Everest or something. Like walking down the sidewalk, and there's 30 kids all tied to the same rope.
You're like, I don't even want to know. Yeah. Oh, we got some more feedback from Opie. So he gave me a G-paw. So I truly appreciate that. Also some feedback on Halloween. Tried to buy the kids candy one year instead of just going out. They just wanted to go door to door. So, watching the cop cars getting egged was the best part of Halloween in L-Town. I would agree. Yeah.
I'm just curious about how you decorated this place. I've been wanting to look.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, like, yeah.
Is that a 55-inch TV in there?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I saw those boxes you had on the curb a couple weeks ago. What is it? Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah. Are you going on vacation soon? Yeah.
Smells good in here.
Yeah,
What is
what are you
that?
cooking? Yeah. Is that a roast? Yeah. Is that horse? Yeah. That's what like Opie brought up about egg and stuff and cop cars and so that was probably the other thing about it. It was there's some mischief about, if you will, in those 11 to 12 year on up ages. Yeah. So because everybody was out and about roaming around anyway, so you can it was like kind of expected, like you were gonna go raise hell on Halloween, like stomp pumpkins or egg somebody or TP this or that or the other. That was sort of on the list.
So let's say, okay. So we've covered the fact that I've never been in a place where
You've never
kids
had a
come
trick or
for
treater under your door.
never had a trick or treater.
Yeah.
I think if I was in a place where there were trick or treaters, and everybody talks about like I remember when I was a kid, like you get great candy from some places, like oh, they gave me a whole fucking candy bar.
Yeah, sweet.
Why would you not like? I would have the coolest fucking candy for kids.
I think if you're gonna do it, yeah, you'd be balls out, be that guy.
Yeah, it's
be that house.
$20 of Snicker bars.
More than that probably, but yeah, I mean you can go to Sam's Club or Costco and get like literally, grosses of candy bars.
Here's a 5-gallon bucket of Cheeto Puffs.
Oh yeah. Open the lid and it'll blow away. Yeah, give everybody a 5-gallon bucket of Cheeto Puffs.
Here's a 1-pound bag of Pop Rocks for you.
And, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that could be fun. Maybe next year I'll plan better, and I'll make a Sam's Club run, and
just give it cool stuff.
Because I'm thinking about like grumpy old man when he forgets it's Halloween. He's like, oh, here's a stapler and some laundry detergent.
The beauty of that is there's going to be some kid that's going to grow up and remember you fondly when he's an adult. He's going to be like, I remember Micah. He used to give out
best
the
Halloween
coolest Halloween candy ever. Just do it. Just do it. Just give the kids.
I know
good stuff.
Deets, if you're listening, I
don't want a little
gives me
package of nerds.
No, like the mini, assholes? Like the sample box. Yeah, what are those? And like you tear it open and shit goes everywhere anyways. And like
everybody listening should really introspectively look at themselves and the shit candy that they're going to be giving out.
No shit candy. If you're going to do it right. Yeah.
Yeah. None of this fucking
don't give away fruit and shit.
Three Musketeers and
well, that's a whole matter of preference. Like some people like a Three Musketeers. I'm a Snickers person, or Hershey's with almonds if you're going to go that route. But
anything malted, too controversial.
Malted is controversial. I'll give you that. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that. I'll be on that hill. Yeah. Deets, I still apologize for missing you and the kids in Pendleton that one year. So he drove all the way up to the house to knock on it, and I wasn't even home, but I wasn't expecting trick or treaters. I'm like, if you'd have let me know you were coming, I'd have been prepared for you or hooked you up. But he just likes to give me shit about it more than anything else. But it's still a low point in my life, missing that trick or treat experience with you guys. I'm sorry. Just had to get it out there. I had to get it out.
Who are you talking to?
Deets.
Who's Deets?
Ian Murdoch.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Well, kind of. Yeah, you guys both commented on my green door. That's where you guys bonded. And I had you on a group text a couple weeks ago.
Remember that guy that we had on the podcast? I'm Facebook friends with him. His name is escaping me right now. He wrote a book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What was like his name? Barry
Qualley. Yeah. We need to have him back on.
Who did he write that book about? Was it about Sitting Bull?
I believe so. Yeah. I
so
think or that realm.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but they just had in the news like his surviving descendant had a DNA test done. His like great grandson or something still alive, old guy. DNA evidence. I was like, isn't that Barry? I don't know. I thought Barry was related to him, but you're mistaken. But
we'll have it back on anyways, or we should probably do a Far Reaches extra with him. I think that would be fun. But we should have Barry back on. We're better at it now.
That was a weird segue. Sorry.
It happens. That's what we're all about. You're reaching out, whatever you
by the way, did you see back to COVID?
And this segment is sponsored by Brian Currin. Yes, the Brian Currin Medical Update Hour.
So everyone gave people shit for ivermectin, right? It was like it's like, oh, you think this drug meant for worms is going to help with a virus? I don't know why it works, or if it does for sure.
It works like
I think it might work a little bit. I don't know. But they dismissed it out of hand because
of course
it's not for a virus. And then all over the fucking news today was this antidepressant drug that supposedly has benefits. It was like it was reported by all the major outlets were talking about it, and I was just thinking, like, this wasn't meant for. This isn't an antiviral.
No.
Like, I don't know. That just.
But see, ivermectin was developed on the human side, and then also translated over into the animal side. But it's it didn't get designed at first to be a.
But the criticism against it is it's not an antiviral, and that's what they say. Like, it's not. Well, they say nonsense on top of that, but the point is that it's not an antiviral, but neither is this fucking
whatever it is.
And I don't know.
But the fact is, it works like a champ. Or I mean, at least if it's caught early, it seems to really help soothe the systems quickly and get people back on their feet a lot faster than anything else does, in combination with other things. So, painting it in such a bad picture, like some redneck squirting paste in his mouth or whatever, like just taking.
That's what you did, isn't it?
It wasn't a paste; it was a liquid. But yeah, I literally squirted it in my mouth because I didn't have the pills. I had.
Is some of it paste? Why do they make it paste for?
For a horse, it's just easier to get it down their mouth.
Horses love paste.
It's just easier that way because it's not as messy. Like, you're much more apt to get it where it needs to be if it's a paste. Because it's you're warming your horse for that. Oh, here comes Richard's in the waiting room.
I like Anthony made that joke about, like, he thought that the only thing you feed to horses was apples. I thought they just exclusively ate apples.
That's all you ever see him getting fed. So, or carrots. Yeah. So if it wasn't for apples, you should always check your horse's apples for needles and razor blades too. So yeah. I'm sure somebody's going to send an article from little Timmy Wilson in freaking 1978 in outer Detroit that got a razor blade or something, but whatever. Yeah. But it happens. Get over it.
His stepdad probably put that in there.
Probably. Yeah. Or his brother. Like, that's what happened. Yeah. Brothers do weird mean shit to each other. Yeah.
Those sick bastards in the 80s ruined popcorn balls. Those are my favorite part of Halloween.
Popcorn balls.
Richard, do you like popcorn balls? Do you like
popcorn pretty good.
Oh yeah.
The sweet ones. I like the sweet popcorn balls.
We're gonna get
an old lady. One of the old ladies on my Halloween route used to make carameled apples. They were awesome.
Yeah, carameled apples. That was a classic. Your Halloween route. You hear that? Like, you had your sweet spots, man. You had your street, like E Street, good one. Yeah.
My mom always had to hit. Go ahead. Sorry, I was just going to send you some
plush stores so you could get a full-on Baby Ruth.
Oh, full size. I thought you were going to get a sixer or something there. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking while you were away about, like, if you're going to do Halloween, it should be balls out. Like, yeah. Joel wants to give out the huge cans of Cheeto Puffs from Sam's Club. Yeah.
I tend to lay low on Halloween since I've been handcuffed twice.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Congratulations, Al. Oh, not that way?
No.
Gotcha.
No.
You got handcuffed while you were out on Halloween?
We got caught egging one time.
See, shenanigans.
Yep. And then it's a really big deal now. The people are really pissy about it. Back in the day, you get egged and you just go and wash your car off.
It was expected. Like, Opie was talking about that on the Facebook page. Like, the best thing was egging the cop cars.
Oh, yeah.
So I hear. We were never involved in it.
Yeah.
What's that?
The Schultz were behind most of it.
I think you can egg cop cars here again. It's be fun. Good. They wouldn't do anything to you.
You can burn them, but you shouldn't egg them. That's bad. Yeah, burn a cop car. That's okay, but don't egg anything.
You could throw, yeah.
I would like to see how egg yolk ruins paint. I have yet to figure that out.
I suppose if you leave it on for several years and drive around in the hot sun, you'll probably get a discoloration. But I think maybe the shells, if you wipe it off with like this, that the shells might scratch your paint, but the shells won't really be on there. It'll just be the egg mostly. So
that ruins your paint, doesn't it? Is it the same way as like bird shit? If you don't wash it off,
if you don't wash it off, eventually anything probably would. You can put a stick-it note on there and it's going to screw up your paint.
But who eggs a car? You egg a house.
Well, if the cars drive by, yeah.
I guess that's sort of synonymous in Lake County, isn't it? So
we used to shoot fireworks at people for moving vehicles.
There is that too.
The car was nothing.
Yeah, they had to kick it up a notch eventually. You got pretty good at holding it just tight enough so you could aim but not burn your hand. That's what she said. So yeah, it was all about the shenanigans. Yeah. We just got feedback that you should have been at mass on Halloween as it was, Richard. So
yeah. I never have much luck on Halloween.
There was always, I don't know, it was like expected you're going to go out and do something stupid. That was kind of like the law of the land.
I remember when there used to be the rumor that like, you can't go to Safeway, they're carding for toilet paper and eggs.
Yes, definitely.
I never saw it happen, but I heard it happen.
You had to have your permission slip. Yeah. Well, I was rambling on this when you guys were in the death zone about the, needles or blades, razor blades or whatever in apples. But I distinctly remember places saying, "Bring your candy here and we'll X-ray it for free." Do you remember that?
No, I never remember that. But that makes sense.
Yeah. Like A, we never found anything, and B, what did that do to us? Like all of our candy, you were standing in the room, it's getting blasted, and we're taking it back out. Yeah. So I don't remember where I was at.
That was a rough time in the 80s because they had the scare with the candy for like 7 straight years, and then they'd recall the Tylenol. The
aspirin thing, yeah, Tylenol, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
just a lot of random idiots poisoning people.
The Tylenol thing, I remember that. I had forgot about it, but yeah, like that's why now to get in a bottle of Tylenol, it's got like 9 foil wrappers and a lid. You need like 7 people and a chicken to get open. Yeah, I almost said midget, but apparently that's rude now. So
it becomes 10 degrees harder if you're actually hungover and need it.
That's because you're shaking like a dog shitting peach seeds when you're trying to open it. I'll never forget. God, we were at some ag meeting in college, and we were in South Dakota, and Nora, good old Aaron Pratt, she comes wandering in the room one morning and literally looks like stir-fried shit. And it's like, "Hey, you got any of that Midol or whatever?" Like, you mean Motrin? Yeah, whatever it is. I need some of that now. And I have a box of pictures from college, like physical pictures. And I know that's one of them. We have a picture of him sitting on the bed. And I've not seen many people look rougher, besides Richard in the back of the pickup. Colored. But Nora looked really, really rough. But yeah, he came in the room.
Well, if he was walking, he was better than me.
He's way better than you, but he just looked way worse. So I'll give him that. Yeah. So yeah.
I remember I was in 6th grade. I was going out with a girl that went to Micah. So I went to West Hills on the North Hill, and then I was going out with a girl in Micah. You know where Micah is, right?
Micah. Yeah. Out towards the P-Rock, is that Micah?
Little Micah Creek.
Yeah.
So I'm in 6th grade, and I'm going out with this girl, and I'm going to go hang out with her on Halloween night. We're going trick-or-treating. And I got an idea. I'm taking a pillowcase this year because I'm going to get so much candy. When I get there, and like the Micah kids are over Halloween. They don't go out hunting for candy.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the most embarrassing scenarios in my life. They were just about like walking around and kissing.
And you were there for your,
I was looking for
the big score, but it was totally different. You were looking for a bag of candy, not
I
anything
got
else.
fucking vampire fake teeth in my mouth. I look like an idiot.
Those things were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
I'm gonna
from
move the
there,
pickup on. You move the car.
from there on out, I'm just looking at Halloween is all about meeting women, right?
Yeah. Tomfoolery and shenanigans. Yeah. Yeah. Getting some candy. All right. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll go.
Is that what tainted you on Halloween, Joel? Was that experience of like, still showing up in that awkward years of like, am I a kid still trick-or-treating, or I'm a little adult doing other things?
It just sort of ended before I was prepared for it to be over.
There's no international rules on when you're too old to trick-or-treat, So
1 year, it'll just be like, you don't do this anymore.
exactly. Somebody
girls are
should have told
trying-
you before now, but you don't do this anymore.
You're going out for candy and you're hanging out with a girl and she's got different ideas. She's trying to kiss you.
Yeah. I got chocolate.
Right.
I got to take my fake teeth out. What the hell? I'm not prepared for this. Yeah.
I think this is probably better. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
She tasted like cigarettes.
then it just consumes your life for the rest of your life. All you spend the rest of your life just trying to kiss girls on
Just
Halloween.
chasing that sweet from one door to the next the whole life.
Yeah.
Just a different form. Who knows? Wow. That's some deep epiphany stuff here on Reach's kids.
Well, we just drove by the middle school and they're having my wife wants something. Anyways, they're
That's the
having
wife
middle
alarm?
school
Is that what's going off?
Yep, that's the wife alarm. We're having middle
Wife
school
approaching.
Halloween-
Wife approaching.
What kind of errands are you running, Richard? You're going from
Who knows?
picking up horse trailers, going by the grade school. You're going.
Just moving shit or beating on it. That's it.
We have to go by the grade school so we can get the horse trailer parked the right way out of town for the morning.
Of course, yeah. That makes sense.
Quit asking stupid questions, Joel. Wasting our
Anyways,
time.
there's a high school.
Well, you have to go by the grade school if you want to park your trailer.
The right direction for the morning.
Right direction, yes, yeah. So, I've only been parking trailers in front of this house for 30 years. I know what I'm doing.
Yes, you've got a system, okay? I know I drive an extra block out of the way, but it's my system and it works.
Yeah. Go left around the block. Go around the block. Park it.
Well,
You know, half a
some
block to see a
reason-
Torino with no wheels. All right, inside that Torino is my cousin Jimmy. Ask him where to park the trailer. He'll tell you. You don't want to
For
know
some
from me.
reason-
I'm here on vacation from Orlando.
about 15 years ago, we got some Boy Scout cop that had to have all the vehicles point the right direction on the roads.
Oh, you're kidding me? Are you kidding me?
So
That's what
now
was
you can't
keeping him
just-
up at night.
Yeah, now you can just you can't randomly park where you want. You can't it has to be going in the direction that you're going to pull out in. Or
That's what she
I'm-
said.
That's
Sorry.
on
Yeah.
the driver exam. That's like a
Yeah, but who gives
universal
a
rule.
shit? Like,
well, that
seriously.
used to mean nothing in Lakeview until we got a Boy Scout.
Now, you probably got marked down if you did that on the driver's test.
That pisses me off when I'm in Pendleton and somebody's parked going the wrong way. That bothers me.
Does it make you nervous?
No, I mean, the reason you do that is because if it's like if all the cars are parked going this way, you think like, oh, this is a one-way road, but it's not. Just this asshole parked on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, you didn't want to walk across the street because people like you were driving around.
Makes my job harder as a responsible driver.
Oh, we don't want that now, do
Well,
we?
you would never survive in Wyoming because the first snowfall and you can't see the parking lanes and at Walmart.
I went to Wyoming, Richard, and I
It's
survived.
chaos. Winter in Wyoming, that's different.
Yeah,
It's always winter. In
It's all.
Wyoming,
I was gonna
isn't
say
it?
that's most of the year, but it turns
mostly, yeah.
It's fucking Eskimos and
out.
Did you get to Sheridan or just Jackson?
I don't know, just Jackson. I think I went through other
Jackson's
places,
not-
but I
That's
don't-
literally been
Jackson.
weeks ago. You can't expect him to remember that shit. Like seriously.
Jackson's
I don't know. I was drunk.
Jackson's-
I don't remember.
Jackson's not Wyoming.
No, it's not.
I was in Jackson.
Like
Hole.
saying that's like saying Portland is Oregon.
Yeah.
It's like saying Pendleton is Oregon.
There's that too. Yeah, you want to be that way about it.
I don't know. Sheridan, Wyoming. I don't know where that is.
You just barely nipped into Wyoming, I think. So
I think I saw the heart of Wyoming was Jackson Hole, which was. Did I ever tell this on? I don't know if I ever told you guys, maybe, but when I was in Jackson.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Keep talking. You're doing great.
Okay. Go pee.
I gotta pee. Yeah.
Yep.
Good thing I woke up tonight.
Richard, are you listening to me?
I'm listening. Yes.
So I was in Jackson Hole, and we went to this bar called like the Silver Dollar Cowboy or some shit. Does that sound familiar?
The $1 million cowboy. I told you to go there.
Yeah. So we're sitting at the bar, and there is an older than me couple, probably in their 50s, from Tahoe, and he's a former cop. And I don't know, they seem like a nice couple, and we're talking. Oh, yeah, this is all coming back to me. It's weird. Like his name was Joel as well, which I don't meet many Joels. Right. But we were talking, and his wife works in compliance, and I work in compliance. I'm like, holy shit, it's weird. I say I'm from Pendleton, and then he casually says, "Oh, my great uncle." I think he said his great uncle, maybe. He's like, "My great uncle was hanged in Pendleton." Like,
nice.
Yeah, like, oh,
that's a random fact to know.
Yeah, they hung him up in Pendleton. He died. Like, yeah, I was like, "What did he do?" He goes, "He killed like a sheriff." Like, your fucking uncle killed Till Taylor? Yeah, we looked it up. I looked it up. He told me his name. I googled it.
Oh, so you knew the story. You knew about the sheriff that been killed.
Yeah, Micah. So Micah, this guy I'm sitting by the bar, right? The part of the story where he goes, I say I'm from Pendleton. This guy Joel, his name is Joel.
Dick.
He said his great uncle was hanged in Pendleton, and I asked what he did. He's like, he killed the sheriff. I'm like, your fucking uncle killed Till Taylor? So I googled it, and yeah, it was the guy. And well, it was one of the guys. It was like several guys broke out of prison, and yeah, I don't know, but they all got hanged. But yeah, I was like, dude, we have an entire park for this. That. Yeah, for this guy.
Thanks to your uncle.
Yeah. Fucking asshole. We're still mourning this guy.
So what are the odds of that, though? That's just so random. Like, of all places to be.
Yeah, and his name is Joel, and his wife works in compliance. I work in compliance. So many similarities.
Did you make your doppelganger? You think? Like, you don't maybe necessarily have to look like your doppelganger to be your doppelganger, do you?
I don't know. I'm not going to call him.
Okay, that's fine.
I met random people in random places, but I flew into Kaliningrad one time with a guy that went to school at UNR.
What's UNR?
Nevada,
University of Reno.
Oh.
So I did a short tenure at UNR.
You did a short tenure at a lot of different places, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do they teach in Reno?
Blackjack. Game theory.
Yeah.
Bass.
I got to learn boxing. I got to learn accounting from the former CFO of Harris Casino. That was cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Roz?
Harris.
This is what's called the skim. Nobody sees this. Here's how you put it over. Yeah.
No, he brought the old ledgers, the big books in. Showed us how they move money around the casino. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were the same books that the IRS saw. But,
absolutely. Yeah. Just like in truck driving school. Here's your logs.
So when I was in this guy's class, I gotta tell this story really fast. It's hilarious.
Okay.
The IRS agent that shut down the Mustang Ranch came to recruit for Treasury cops. So there's a branch of the IRS that carries guns. Anyways, and he had his gun on, and he's thinking he's really cool. He looked a lot like Goose with the glasses and everything, but probably not nearly as cool.
Yeah, definitely couldn't sing as well.
Just an ass. And he was so proud that he'd shut down the Mustang Ranch. And back then UNR was mostly all Reno type people. And so he was like, this one guy is sitting in the back, he was going, oh shit, oh shit. Anyways, so after this guy talked a little bit, the professor goes up and he grabs him by the shoulder, and he grabs him by the elbow, and he just sort of escorts this guy out the room. And he goes, I promise, as long as you're in my class, you'll never have to put up with another asshole like that again.
I like that. I think you're done now. That's there. There you go.
But he was just so tone deaf to the fact that nobody in the entire class was very impressed that he'd shut down the whorehouse.
Yeah.
Which whorehouse?
But it was like the most famous whorehouse in the world. So
my cousin, one of my mom's cousins, I guess maybe my cousin, owns one of the famous whorehouses by Reno.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah,
that's awful. Which one?
We should do it.
We should go there.
We should have him on the podcast to talk about how that works. I think his name's Mickey, I believe.
That sounds like the name of somebody who owns a whorehouse.
My mom's friends with him on Facebook. I mean, they're cousins. Yeah. Is Janet watching? Is Janet watching right now?
Yes. Yeah, she was a while ago. We got some more great feedback from Opie too. Who's the educated D-bag that doesn't know who UNR is? Who's the educated D-bag? Yeah, who's the educated D-bag that doesn't know who UNR is? Opie's on fire tonight. I love it when Opie gets all riled up. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Is he being funny? Like,
yeah.
As in, like, I'm too smart to know what that is,
or something. I don't know. I don't fully interpret for Opie, but yeah, he's being funny.
Yeah.
Because he's also telling Richard, well, she said if she tasted like cigarettes, you were likely guaranteed the candy. X-ray was a thing here. He's talking about that for the candy. The X-ray was a thing there where he lives. Yeah. So, yeah, Janet was on here 22 minutes ago. She was leaving comments about dress up parade candy is out. I said no. So
I'm gonna ask her, who's the cousin that owns the hooker place? The horse? What's the proper vernacular these days?
Well, brothel.
House of ill repute. So does. Brothel's my favorite. Yeah. I'm all for somebody named Mickey though. That's just a beautiful name for owning a whorehouse.
I'm just gonna call it a whorehouse.
Yeah, there's that too. What'd you say, Richard?
The other name's Bodega. Seriously, remember the Dennis Miller movie, Bodega of Blood?
Bordello.
Oh, damn it.
Bodega is the little store that Joel shops at.
I got it. Yeah.
I thought you were screwing with Joel. That's why I was laughing so good. Yeah, Bordello was the other one. Yeah.
Let's just call Janet and see if she can talk about it.
I like House of Ill Repute was what I always heard. Yeah.
Can you is this coming through this ring? Can you hear it?
Yep.
The first one, yeah, it's ringing now. Yeah. Jen, hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, Ma.
What?
Meatloaf.
We're talking about the whorehouses in Reno. What's your
I shouldn't have turned off my I just turned it off.
Oh, I don't blame you on that.
You guys were rambling about.
We're talking about whorehouses.
Oh, okay.
We're always rambling.
Has one.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I think she can only hear me. I don't
probably
have the headphones in.
Yeah.
Mom, what is the whorehouse that your cousin, and who's your cousin and what whorehouse is he in?
Can I say that on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be the Mustang Ranch.
Oh,
is what it was famous as, the Mustang Ranch.
Oh, look at Micah blushing.
I'm writing shit down. Yeah.
And I think Adam, Susan. And Lance owns it.
Lance. I like
Gilman.
Mickey a lot better.
And that is Grandpa's sister's kid.
Yes.
Grandpa Harlan D. McCurdy.
Why are you putting the names out there?
Well, Harlan's dead. Nobody's going to come after him.
Somebody save Joel.
Okay.
Get Joel saved.
Yeah. Let your poor mother go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dial it back, Joel.
Shithead.
All right.
Um,
Everyone's laughing now.
Good.
Oh Lord.
Yes, no, that's who owns it.
Okay. Lance is his name.
My first cousin.
Oh.
Yeah. So
We
my
do a
grandpa,
podcast there. We do a podcast there.
Your grandpa's, my dad's sister's son.
owns a whorehouse.
Exact same whorehouse I was talking about.
Yeah.
Mustang.
You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, Opie said it's still called the Mustang too.
Mustang Ranch.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
All right, bye.
Meatloaf. Yeah.
All right, there you have it, folks.
That's it, kids. Backing it up. We thought you were full of shit.
Oh, no, I got family connections again.
I love it. Yeah, we're there. We can go see. We can have Opie as special guest. He lives close by.
Yeah.
I think he lives close by. I know Opie's in Nevada, but he might be in Winnemucca, I think.
Just show up to the Mustang Ranch and be like, hey, I know you, Lance. I don't know him, but
Get a Christmas card.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Hmm.
Yeah, live in here. That's what Reachin is all about. Yeah, Opie says he loves your mom because she calls you what, shithead. Is that what she called you?
No, did she? Probably.
Yeah.
He did.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was funny, whatever it was. So,
All right. I gotta go. I got family here. So
okay, tell them howdy. We'll let you know what the movie is.
all right.
All right,
Bye.
later, Jeter. Thanks, Richard.
Yep.
I got family. I can't be dicking around with you two assholes.
We knew this when he signed up for this. He had family.
Yeah, I know. What the hell's up with that?
We all
Yeah.
we all have families.
Some way, shape, or form. Yeah. I don't know.
Gosh, and then Raleigh doesn't join.
But yeah, Raleigh's Elka, and I'll give him a pass on that. But yeah, we might have to get another guest host. You know, I think we should do that.
I have one actually. Maybe next week we'll get Dallas, who is my friend Riley's wife. She works for the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Oh,
and
cool.
She does some of the grouse. I always thought
Mhm.
grouse. I always thought she was. What did they call it? What is that called? Something grouse. I don't know. I always thought she was talking about some sort of a plant, but it's actually like a animal, a bird or something.
It's a bird. Yeah.
Yeah, but she does something with ODFW. We should have her on to talk about land conservation and boring shit like that.
Oh yeah, I like that stuff.
I know you do. That's why
Well, thank you.
Richard gets hard-ons for fucking conservation. Loves it.
It sounds like almost like a Mad Lib. Richard gets hard-ons for. We need a noun. Yeah, like it
It's
would be
just-
hilarious.
Number one hobby, conservation. Love it.
Yeah, conserve.
But she should come on.
That'd be
She's
fun.
really fun. Yeah, she's really funny too. She'll be great.
Yeah, we're open to that. Sure. Do you have a movie in mind, or a TV show, or a special, or a book, or a poem, or
Do I get a pick, or
Yeah.
when was the last time you picked? Can I pick, or are you
you
picking?
can pick? Yeah, go ahead and pick. I think Richard picked. I picked before. Richard picked MASH. I picked HUD. Richard did MASH, and yeah,
I missed
I think-
HUD. I've never heard of that.
that's a great Paul Newman movie. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we should focus on the 80s.
Oh, focus on the 80s. Amy, I heard your
Yeah.
suggestion too, but we're gonna do it next time. It's just too long for one. No, that's not what you said. Go ahead.
Gosh, I didn't come prepared.
It's all right.
What up? So let's watch Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead.
Did we already do that one?
I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell. I know I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever watched it.
Starring John Cusack.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. Yeah. You can do Gross Point Blank if you're looking for a good Cusack movie. Let's do Better Off Dead.
Yeah, Better Off Dead.
I don't think I've seen that.
Really?
I might have. Yeah. It doesn't like, oh yeah. I thought he might be in it, but I couldn't tell you what it was about. I don't know if it's like a high school movie or a job movie or.
Yeah, it's a high school movie with John Cusack, and he's falls in love with the French exchange student next door. Has to go down the mountain.
Cool.
And you know the scene, like the old saying, like $2. I want my $2.
Oh, the Paperboy.
Paperboy. That's
the Paperboy's always like the whole entire movie. The Paperboy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some great characters in this too. The guy who was Porky and Porky's is in the movie. Booger's in the movie.
Booger's in it.
Yeah. There's this hot blonde chick.
Do you
Amanda
understand the street value of this mountain? As if it was cocaine.
Outstanding. This looks great. Yeah, 1985, I believe.
I remember when I was a little kid, I got in trouble. There's a scene in that movie when he's skiing down the mountain and Booger yells, "Come on, you little buckaroo."
Yeah.
And I thought he said fuckaroo.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
And so I yelled it watching the movie, "Come on, you little fuckaroo."
And when you woke up, you realized that's not what he'd said.
And Janet heard me say it.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for saying
she called down
fuckaroo.
the thunder on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I blame her. Yeah. No, it looks like a great, like some of the previews on I'm on IMDb here. The little brother or somebody's reading a book called How to Pick Up Trashy Women. That is awesome. This looks like a great movie. 1985 PG in 1 hour and 37 minutes. Looks like a worthy adventure. Yeah.
Probably if you're my mom, you probably shouldn't have allowed your 7-year-old to be watching.
Well, it was PG. Of course, they didn't have anything but R and PG and G, I think, then.
Yeah, I think Porky's was PG.
No, I think Porky's is R.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be. Yeah.
There were all sorts of boobs in PG movies back in the early 80s.
Let's see. Porky's was R. There was full frontal in Porky's. There was even a simulated penis, I think, to get poor Tommy Turner. Yeah, it's rated R.
In the shower scene.
Yeah. Hi,
so
I'm
much
woolly penis.
So much wool you can knit a blanket.
Yeah. Will you move it, lard ass?
Sweater.
You can knit a sweater. Yeah. These girls are hot. They're hot. I tell you, they're hot. Yes.
All right,
Better Off Dead. That sounds great.
What's your word, Micah?
I will let me bust a move here on that. Yeah. Let me take notes. Where did I go? Oh, this next segment brought to you again by our good friends at B&K Auto. We appreciate everything they do for us. All the reachers out there. Remember, promo code Malarkey. Speaking of words, word of the week is cantankerous. I was hoping Raleigh would be on because he's kind of cantankerous at times. We all are, actually.
I've heard that word.
Mm-hmm.
Cantankerous. Jesus, I feel like I almost know that word well enough to where if the scenario comes up, I could use the word. But
okay.
Off the top of my head, cantankerous. It's sort of like
I would say this.
I feel like you're throwing a wrench into an argument and it becomes cantankerous.
The argument or the wrench?
The argument becomes the wrench and it becomes cantankerous. Like I don't know.
I'll use it in a sentence for you. Like,
yeah.
Here you're talking to somebody the next day. Yeah, I came home at like 4 o'clock in the morning and woke everybody up, and Janet was pretty cantankerous this morning.
Pissed off.
Yeah, bad tempered, uncooperative, grouchy. cantankerous. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you throw a wrench into an argument that's cantankerous, it's like how do you say it? It's like it takes away from. It's sort of like a straw man, right?
Well, I think it's more about attitude of a person, or like that situation got a little cantankerous. But I think it's more like, man, Joel was really cantankerous the other day, like at the podcast. Like he was just grouchy and.
No, you can't use it like that.
Absolutely, that's how you use it. Yeah.
No.
Bad tempered and uncooperative was the official definition that came up. So that both of those refer to anthropomorphic things of temper and cooperation. So,
but somebody's not permanently cantankerous.
Not permanently.
They're acting in it. What they're doing, they throw out an argument that is cantankerous, like a straw man.
Yeah, we're not going to agree on this one, I don't think. Yeah.
Right.
There might be multiple definitions, but I've always heard it. And how I read the definition of this is like, it's a mood of somebody, bad tempered or uncooperative. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get lucky and Opie will know.
Let's see. Oh, he's probably says we're being cantankerous. Yeah, that old cow is pretty cantankerous. That's from superfan Amy. Yeah. Opie is just down the road from Mustang Ranch, and he really likes the movie Grosse Point Blank too. So we'll get that on the list for you, Opie. Yeah, Amy's sentence was that old cow was pretty cantankerous.
Amy's talking in third person again.
She is, yes. Damn, you beat me to it, but I had to definitely agree with you. God, that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, she could have said this old cow was pretty cantankerous, but I think Sorry, Amy. Yeah.
I've never met her in real life, but I follow her on Facebook, and I think she's awesome.
Too late. You done, Barrett. I'm just kidding. She can handle that. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, a good word though. I think it describes some people. It describes me often. Yeah. So, but it's not always cantankerous. I think, but this almost makes it seem like it's like that old Joel is cantankerous old bastard. Like. Gives you shitty Halloween candy, like the little orange slices, Yeah.
Calm down.
Nobody's
accusing you of anything.
Okay, it's all right. So I don't need to be cantankerous. We're on the hook. Yeah. So let's get this to our best thing of the week. We'll wrap this segment up and let everybody go on with their lives. Joel, best thing of the week, they're home still it.
Gosh, you know what I did last weekend? I went to one of my favorite parts of living in New York City is so the Comedy Cellar is really famous comedy club. If you ever seen Louis C.K.'s show Louis on FX, the beginning of the show, the credits, he's walking into the comedy club. He walks into the Comedy Cellar. It's like the downstairs place.
Didn't we go there when I was in New York? Upstairs is a bar.
We did, yeah.
That was a fun place.
It's probably my favorite bar. It's called the Olive Tree. And it's not really a bar so much. It's like it's more of a, I don't know. I love it because you go sit at the bar and there's I've often sat at the bar one time and Bill Burr was sitting next to me for the entire time. I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
And then behind you always have I don't know, people like Jim Gaffigan or Sarah Silverman.
Gaffigan and Colin Quinn seems to be there in the corner. Like that's like his spot, isn't it?
Yeah, Colin Quinn's always there. And I'm not going to look it up right now because I'm not going to remember his name, but I went there on Friday or Saturday. I don't remember, but you can see it at the bar, and the guy behind you is he was one of the stars of Mad Men, and he's been in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh,
if you saw him, you would absolutely recognize him. I don't know. It's just really, I really like. And then my friend Nancy was with me, and
oh, cool.
She wanted the code to get downstairs. I'm like, I don't know it, but think that guy knows it. So I sent her over to him. She didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
And
Didn't care.
and he was like, I don't know. Let me get the answer for you. And they helped her track down like a waitress to
go downstairs.
get the thing. I don't know. It's just kind of fun to be back
That's a
in
great
that-
place for one.
in that environment.
You
Like
get to go, for sure.
there were Colin Quinn was in there. It's just fun, kind of. I don't know.
That is one of the beautiful things.
I'm kind of a groupie of it with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I don't talk to them, but except for one time, Neil Brennan came up to me and he started rubbing my shoulders. I ever tell you about this?
No.
I was sitting there with Anthony at the bar. Somebody started rubbing my shoulders, and I was like, "What?" And it was Neil Brennan. Do you know Neil
random?
Brennan?
Yeah. How random is that?
And he's like, "Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were my friend."
Like, well, that's a good icebreaker. Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess I could be, but this is still weird. Like,
but it's such a unique environment where you can go in there. There's always a bar seat, and they make good drinks. And
I had a great time there. Well, I was preoccupied at that time too. But Gretch, if you're listening, miss you, darling.
Yeah, Gretchen. She was cute.
Yeah, fun gal. Good last name too. Anyways, but like you just look over your shoulder, it's like doing their thing, hanging out. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's the only thing you can think of.
Cool. My best thing, I'm actually finally broke down. I've been doing research for a few months on this stuff, but I bought a fishing kayak to go wander the waters of my local area. So it's kind of like a stand-up paddleboard / canoe kayak. Like you can stand up on it, you can sit on the chair, you can stand on the chair. It's got pedals and a prop that goes down through the deck, so you can like just pedal the shit out of it and like boil through the water. So
It has a pond or a lake, or what do you do?
Lake, river, ocean. It's almost 13 feet long. Weighs about 100 pounds. Like holds like 500 pounds of gear or total, me and gear. It's made down in Tarpon Springs, which is down by Tampa, so a couple hours away. And so I'm gonna go pick it up this weekend.
How many fish do you think you need to catch before it pays for itself?
That's not, I don't know,
10. It's not a part of the equation.
No. Most of it too is just like I just like inadvertently mentioned to my boss a few weeks ago. We were bullshitting about something, and he's like, "Dude, I have a kayak too. Did you get the pedals?" And I'm like, "I'm thinking about it." So, and there's like 10 other people in the building I work in that have kayaks and go boil around. So, we'll go kayaking. There's just tons of like rivers and springs and stuff all around here, lakes. So.
You should have gotten an extra seat because all the women lined up wanting to go with you.
It is pretty high. It'll hold 2 people. Like, you can sit on the cooler. You just put your cooler on it, they can sit on that. Yeah. Chicks dig kayaks. Yeah, sure. It's pretty sweet. So I haven't done anything stupid like that for a while. So I finished up my 3 months of research of every model, make, and shape, and ended up buying that one. And turns out it's made a couple hours away from where I live. So
how much does something like that weigh?
This one weighs about 85 pounds.
That's so you can carry it from.
Yeah, actually, I got a little cart thing that goes underneath it. It's got wheels like almost like a little bag, for golf bags, a little trolley. So you set it on that, and you can drag it wherever you want to go. Because some places you go, you got a quarter, half mile walk to get to the river. And instead of just dragging it or packing it the whole way, you just put on these little wheels and it just drags behind you. Then that breaks down, and you can like stick it on your kayak if you want. So want to go do there's the Swanee River is pretty close to where I live, and there's a really cool, it's like 100-mile trip. You start here and you end up at the ocean, at the Gulf, and it's like a 3-day kayak trip down the Swanee. So we'll see. I'll probably just keep it in my pool and go back and forth in it, but still be fun. So
can't wait till you're on NBC Nightly News being rescued.
Yeah, Florida, man. Yeah.
Just doing the pedals.
Pedaling. I'll have like some sign that says, Far Reaches podcast. Like, what the hell is this guy up to? Like the pedals, like you can fold them down underneath it if you want to run it on that, or you can fold it up and just paddle normal. So it's like a dual sport.
Oh gosh,
It's insane, dude. Some of the ones you see online, people have like literally thousands and thousands of dollars of like trolling motors, fishing radar, 9 or 10 fishing poles on them, like just like
these guys
holy crap,
really
dude.
love eating fish.
It's a little excessive, I'd say. Yeah. So I'm just like, I just want to go check out some of the rivers. I might drag a pole along, but it's like I love to go fishing too, but that's not really the main point of it. I just want to go explore some of these cool rivers and bomb around a little bit. So yeah.
Like, because clearly it's not the best fish you can eat. If you were really interested in fish, you just go eat sushi. Right?
Well, nothing better than like catching it, taking it home and eating it. That's about as fresh as it gets.
Nothing better. I have zero interest in doing that.
Oh, I like it. Some fish. Most fish I don't like.
You gonna eat a fucking trout? I'm not gonna eat a trout.
I don't like trout. I don't eat trout. I like salmon and halibut and some other stuff. But there's like mullet. It's pretty good actually. You can smoke that. It's really tasty. There's some decent fish to eat around here. Some of them are just gonna just catch it and send it back. I'm not gonna fiddle for another bass, bringing a bass home to eat. I don't care about that.
You see the guy that caught I assume it was a catfish. It was on Barstool, and it was like as big as him.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Catfish get huge. Yeah.
Do people eat that?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Catfish fry, man. Yeah.
Gross. I don't know. I wouldn't eat it.
Catfish is okay. It's got a little tinge to it sometimes, but most of the time you cover with so much other shit you can't taste it anyways. So no, I'm not a huge fan of like a lot of fish to eat. Like salmon and halibut's my two favorite for sure. Tuna, good tuna is the best.
Yeah, but you don't cook it. You just eat it.
I cook tuna like a minute on each side. Like I want a nice sear on both, but I like a good, rare. Sushi's absolutely amazing. I love sushi, but it is cool to go catch fish and bring them home.
Did we ever talk about you posted on Cowboys Can Cook something, and the one comment on it was from Janet, my mom. It was like pass.
She's like pass. Yeah. That was funny. I was like, I made my queso loco or something, and she's like pass. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Such an in-depth ingredients and how you did this and what you did, the leftovers and blah blah blah.
I laughed.
It took me 3 minutes to read your post, and then I looked at the comments. One comment from my mom. Pass.
Yeah, I laughed so hard, dude. Like literally was just standing in my kitchen, like crying, laughing because I was like, that's freaking like beautifully funny. Like because it's so simple and just like pass. Yeah. And I had several people text me like, what's in that stuff, dude? So I'm like, well, I'll put it on there next time. But yeah, Janet's like, pass. Yeah. I'm like, so you don't like dip? That's fine. Yeah. I'm like,
where do you go from there? You can't say anything back.
I just smile and said thanks. Yeah. Like, like I actually like loved her comment or something because I was like, are the people, man, that's what it's all about. Like, you don't like my queso loco, then I'm all right with that. Yeah, it was hilarious. It's so simple. I think that was a beautiful thing. So yeah. Ah, beautiful, glorious. Well, outstanding, guys. We made it through another episode. This is a season 3, episode 3. Can you believe that? Like, that's kind of like I like numbers and it started with the same, so that's part of my nerdish. But 3rd season, man, we're still boiling. It's fun. Great time. I had a great time tonight. Tonight's been a really fun episode because we just kind of rambled even more than normal, I think. Yeah, which is good. So yeah, we got better off dead for next time.
I think we're getting a little better at this, maybe.
I think so. Yeah, I'm going to say we are. We couldn't get any worse. So I'm going to go. We're getting
fancy microphone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're dialed now. That actually makes you smarter. So easy now. Yeah, you're gonna have that all painted up.
Got to keep this away from my girlfriend.
Yeah, you'll be on the street and living in a cardboard box. Yeah. It's multi-directional and adjustable, so you'd be out of luck. So with that high point, I think we're going to go ahead and shut this episode down.
Before we make any more jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't thank everybody enough for joining us on this special event and putting up with us. And we're going to go ahead and stop the Facebook Live, and we're going to wrap this one up. And so thanks again. Until next time, keep on reaching. Keep the comments coming. We love seeing all those for sure. That is an absolute kick in the butt. Great interaction tonight. Oh, Amy, Mama Currin, thank you for your special guest appearance. Janet, couldn't do it without you because literally that's how Joel's here. So we literally could not do this without you. And so we thank you for that. But keep the comments coming. Until next time, just keep on reaching, kids.